Hello students, this is your computer teacher and today we'll be studying about Microsoft Office PowerPoint as we have done the basic unit of this chapter in the previous class. So we'll move ahead and we will learn how to insert tables and charts in MS PowerPoint slides. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. As you have already studied last year how to open up MS PowerPoint and how to add a blank slide. So I have already done that for you. I have inserted a blank slide, and as I told you, in this chapter we will learn how to insert tables and charts. So first of all, we'll move towards how to insert a table. To insert a table there are many methods. The first one is by going to the insert menu. Let's first add the title in this slide. I'm giving the title as student list. I'll be making a table with the list of students along with their roll numbers, class and marks. So 4 columns, and then I will click on this insert option on the ribbon. You can clearly see the insert option here. Let me zoom it out for you. You can see the insert option is present here. I'll click on this option, and on the left of it, just below the home tab, I can see this table option. Clicking on this icon will add table, and let's click on this arrow button and we will see a grid over here, a grid of boxes that will signify how many number of columns we want and how many number of rows we want. As we know that columns in a table are always vertical, that means just like a standing line, these are columns. This is one column, let me tell you, and rows are always horizontal. So this is one row. The one I am highlighting right now is one row. So let's zoom out and see what we can see. So when I zoom it out and then I again go to tables option, let me select. Here we have 2 columns and 1 row. 2 columns, 2 rows, 2 columns, 3 rows, 3 columns, 3 rows. So as many rows and columns we want, we can insert using this grid. I need not to select the number of columns and rows here. I just need to hover my mouse cursor on it. And by hovering, it means just place your cursor on it. Don't click on it. So as I told you, I will have 4 columns. So I will select 4 columns and let me just add 2 names in it. So a table has been inserted already. As I click inside the table, there is always a table tools option available that gets highlighted automatically, and by default a design has been selected. I can choose any design from this list to format the table before even typing the text, or I can even choose this formatting after typing the text in the table. So first of all, let me just keep it very simple. So for the first row, I will put on headings. Let me type name, class. To move to the next cell of the table, I have to press the tab key from the keyboard, and then here I will write roll number again into the next cell, and I will write marks. I have to align the text which is there in this table. First of all the headings should be center line. That means it must come in the center, here where my cursor is there, center of the cell. All these, they are left aligned right now. You all know what alignment is, as we have already discussed the alignment in word processing softwares like MS Word. In PowerPoint it also means the same. So to do that, I will select this entire row first, and then I will go to Home tab again, and in the paragraph group I'll select centerline option. Or there is another method that in the table tools itself I will go to layout option, and from here I can select the alignment option. In Home tab, as you can see, there are only basic 3 alignments: left, right and center. But here in the table tools layout tab, we have total of 6: left, right, center, top, middle and bottom. These 3, let me just zoom in. The 3 at the bottom are vertical alignments, and 3 at the top here, these are horizontal alignments within a cell, alignment of the text within a cell. And to apply any effect, for example, as these are headings, I can bold the text of the heading. So the text is already selected. I have to just click on bold option in the font groups of Home tab, or I can simply press Ctrl+B from the keyboard. As the heading row of the table is completed, so I can simply insert the text, normal text in the table. I can simply type the text. I can click in the cell and type the text. For example, Arjun, class is, let us suppose, 6th, roll number 1, and marks are 95. Let us suppose the marks are from 100, out of 100. Moving on to the next row, and when we reach the last cell of that row, after pressing the tab key, it will automatically come into the next row. And if that next row is not inserted yet, it will automatically insert the next row. Let me show you how. I will add the second name, Balraj, grade again 6th, roll number 2, and marks, let us suppose, 85. Now there is no other row inserted below Balraj's row, but when I will press on tab key from the keyboard, it will automatically insert a row beneath the last row. So I can insert another row of data into it. 6th, 375. So this is the student list table which is inserted. We have inserted the text into the table as well, highlighted the table heading as well. Now it's time for some formatting to be done in this table. Now to format a table, we will always first select the entire table and go to Design tab of Table Tools option. We can always select a pre-designed layout from this table. As we place our mouse over it, it will show us preview that how our table will look like on selecting this. And whichever design we like, we can add that design to it. Now you can see a proper demarcation has been done, and again I told you how to centerline the text, because the text must come underneath the heading, especially with the classes, roll numbers and marks, when numbers are there. So I will only select the number values and I'll go to the layout tab and select center option. So this is how you will insert table in a PowerPoint. There is one more option. The entire procedure of creating a table is just same, but to insert a table, there is another option. Let me show you how. Let's just first delete this table. As you can see, this is a blank slide now. In Home tab, I will go to the layout option in the slides group. Home tab, slide group and layout option. And from there, I will always select one of these 3, title and content comparison title to contents. Since I am only in need of creating one table, I will choose this option, title and content option. So let's zoom out and see how we can create a table in this. The first text box is there for adding a title to it. So let's add a title, student list. And here we can see the type of objects that we can insert in this slide. By clicking on this, we can insert a table, which is our need right now. And by clicking on this, we can insert a chart. So these two basic things are covered in this chapter. But for the sake of this lecture and this video, we will only insert this table right now. We'll click on this table option and a dialog box will appear that will ask you how many number of columns you want and how many number of rows you want. Just like the previous table, we would like to have 4 columns and we added 3 rows there, so 3 rows. We'll click on OK. So you can see the entire text box is replaced, or the subtitle area is replaced with the table. Again, it is pre-designed. You can always select some other design from this design toolbar in the ribbon. You can see here. And we can add titles here, like again name, just like the previous one. Similarly, we can add the details into it and we can align the text, selecting the row and then going to layout, choosing center, and the text will be aligned at the center within the cells of the table. So long story short, in the same way we can do all the editing and formatting. We will be able to insert the text into the table in the same way as we did in the first method. So this is how you will insert a table in a Microsoft Office PowerPoint slide. So this is it in today's lecture, and I hope you all understood how to insert, create and format tables in MS PowerPoint slides. So until the next time, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and thank you.